Hare Krishna. So, welcome all the devotees and especially Priyanka Mataji. She will be discussing today for 10 minutes on the topic where Arjuna started expressing his unwillingness to fight on the battlefield. It is before Kurukshetra war. He expresses various reasons why he doesn't want to fight. We would like to hear from her and discuss on that for the next 15 minutes. Okay? So it's right now 8:20. So we request her to speak till 8:30. प्रियंका माली, ठीक है, आप 10 मिनट तक आप बोल सकते हैं और उसके बाद फिर हम उसको चर्चा करें। हरे कृष्ण।
सभी भक्तों को मेरी तरफ से बहुत बहुत प्रणाम। जैसे कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम भगवतम वासुदेवाय ओम भगवतम वासुदेवाय ओम भगवतम वासुदेवाय। 20 नंबर चैप्टर 1 20 नंबर श्लोक में अर्जुन श्री कृष्ण को बोलते हैं कि आप मेरा रथ लेके चलिए, दोनों के बीच में जो युद्ध करने आए हैं मेरे साथ, कौरव और पांडव दोनों के बीच में आप लेके चलिए, जो मेरा सबको मैं देखना चाहती हूँ। फिर वो लेके जाते हैं अपना रथ। फिर जब देखते हैं सबको, अपना प्रियजन को, अपना मित्र, अपना प्रियजन सबको देख करके अर्जुन उनके बाद उनका जो शरीर का जो फीलिंग स्टार्ट होता है वो एक्सप्लेन करते 28 नंबर श्लोक में। फिर वो बोलने लगते भगवान को, हे केशव, मेरा शरीर इन सबको देख करके जो मेरे साथ युद्ध करने आए हैं, जो मेरा सभी कोई प्रियजन है, तो इन सबको देख करके मेरा शरीर जो है वो ठंडा हो रहा है, मेरा मुंह जो है वो सूख रहा है। फिर 29 नंबर श्लोक में वो अर्जुन बोलते हैं कि मेरा इनको देख करके मेरा शरीर पूरा रोमांचित होने वाला है, रोमांचित हो रहा है और कंपित हो रहा है। उसके बाद मेरा शरीर से जो मेरा प्रिय वस्तु, मतलब प्रिय चीज है गांडीव, जिसकी वजह से सबको जाना जाता है अर्जुन जी को गांडीव की वजह से, गांडीवधारी। तो वो अर्जुन से वो छूट रहा था, उनका जो गांडीव था हाथ से। फिर 30 नंबर श्लोक में वो बोलते कि ये श्लोक क्या पढ़ना है प्रभु जी?
आप कंटिन्यू कर सकते हैं, नॉर्मली पढ़ने का जरूरत नहीं। आप जो पॉइंट्स कहना चाहते हैं बोलिए, मैं जस्ट रिफर दे रहा सकती। थोड़ा लाउडली बोलिए, बिकॉज आप थोड़ा लाउडली स्पीक लाउडली।
हेलो। फिर उनका 30 नंबर श्लोक में वो बोलते हैं कि हे प्रिय केशव, हम यहाँ पर जो आए हैं युद्ध करने, तो इसके वजह से मेरा जो शरीर में जो कंपित, जो रोमांचित हो रहा है, मेरा जो गांडी छूट रहा है, मैं और स्थिर नहीं रह पा रहा हूँ यहाँ पर खड़ा होके। मेरे सामने सब अमंगल तरह का चित्र आ रहा है मेरे सामने, तो मैं ये युद्ध करना नहीं चाहता हूँ। फिर वो 31 नंबर श्लोक में वो बोलते हैं कि मैं ये युद्ध क्यों करना चाहूंगा, ये युद्ध मेरे प्रियजन से युद्ध करके क्या लाभ होने वाला है, मैं कोई भी मूल्य के ऊपर मैं युद्ध करना नहीं चाहता हूँ। फिर वो 32 से 35 नंबर श्लोक में बोलते कि मेरे सामने जो ये युद्ध करने आए हैं, मेरा पुत्र, मेरा पितामह, मेरा साला मातृतुल्य सब कोई आए हैं, वो सब कुछ मोह त्याग करके मेरे सामने आए हैं युद्ध करने। फिर मैं अगर इन लोगों को युद्ध करता हूँ इन लोगों के साथ, तो इससे मुझे पाप लगने वाला है। ये युद्ध करके क्या लाभ होगा मुझे? अगर आप किसी भी मोहल्ले के ऊपर ये युद्ध करने के लिए बोलेंगे, पृथ्वी क्या तीनों लोग के ऊपर, तब भी मैं युद्ध करना नहीं चाहता हूँ, क्योंकि मुझे लगता है कि युद्ध करने से लोग को बहुत पाप लगने वाला है, तो मैं ये युद्ध करना नहीं चाहती हूँ। एक्चुअली मैं जो समझ पाई हूँ प्रभु, ये 27 से 36 नंबर श्लोक पढ़ के मुझे ये लगता है कि जो अर्जुन जी थे वो इतना आसक्ति हो गए थे। हम लोग जब किसी भी चीज के ऊपर इतना मोहित हो जाते, कोई भी वस्तु या फिर कोई भी प्रियजन के ऊपर इतना मोहित हो जाते, तो हम लोगों को जो धर्म का विरुद्ध लेके जाते हैं, तो हम लोग धर्म के रास्ते में चल नहीं पाते। तो इसके वजह से जो अर्जुन जी थे, इतना कोमल हृदय थे उनका, वो एक क्षत्रिय थे। क्षत्रिय का धर्म ही होता है युद्ध करना, चाहे वो प्रियजन हो या फिर कोई भी हो। लेकिन उनका इतना कोमल हृदय था, उनका हृदय जो था वो एक साधु का हृदय था, जो किसी भी मतलब अपना प्रिय जो अपना जो प्रियजन थे उन लोगों के लिए ही, सिर्फ उनके दिल में दया नहीं था, उनका जो सैनिक आए थे इस युद्ध में, उन लोगों के लिए भी उनके हृदय में बहुत ही कोमल भावना था। ये वो उनसे भी युद्ध करना नहीं चाह रहे, उनको भी हत्या करके वो अपना उनका जो पाप है वो अपने सर पे नहीं लेना चाह रहे, इसकी वजह से वो युद्ध करना नहीं चाह रहे थे। लेकिन हम लोग एक्चुअली अर्जुन जिस जगह में खड़े हैं आज, हम लोग भी उसी जगह में ही खड़े हैं। हम लोग भी इतना आकर्षित हो चुके, मतलब इतना लस्ट हो चुके हैं हर एक चीज के ऊपर भौतिक दुनिया में, कि हम लोग भी भगवान का भक्ति छोड़ करके सब कुछ करना चाहते हैं। लेकिन भगवान जो राह दिखाए है, रास्ता दिखाए है, उसमें चलना नहीं चाहते हैं। मतलब सब जस्ट लाइक हम, मेरा भी बहुत जन का यही प्रॉब्लम होता है कि हम लोग बहुत सोचते हैं कि दुनिया क्या कहेंगे, दुनिया क्या बोलेंगे, ये करने से ये पाप लगेगा, वो पाप लगेगा। लेकिन एक्चुअल जो शास्त्र में बोला गया है, जिस प्रकार का कर्म मतलब पाप, कोई अगर किसी के ऊपर ये 6 तरह का अन्याय करता है, उसके लिए अगर आप किसी को भी हत्या करते हो तो उसके लिए कोई पाप नहीं लगता है। तो ये सब कुछ जानने के बावजूद भी जो अर्जुन थे, इतना महान हस्ती थे, वो भी एक टाइम के लिए इतना सब कुछ में इतना उलझ चुके थे, इतना माया से अग्रसित हो चुके थे कि वो उनके दिल में सबके लिए खाली सॉफ्टनेस ही आ रहा था। वो चाह कर के भी इन लोगों से युद्ध करना नहीं चाह रहे थे, क्योंकि वो उससे अच्छा, ये युद्ध से अच्छा वो साधु होकर के जंगल में जाना चाहते। वो बोल रहे हैं भगवान को कि अगर मैं ये युद्ध कर भी लूं, जिनके लिए मैं युद्ध कर रही हूँ, जिनके लिए मैं युद्ध कर रही हूँ, जिनके लिए मैं ये राज्य चाहता हूँ, उन लोगों को ही मार करके ये राज्य पाकर क्या लाभ है मुझे। तो वही हम लोगों के ऊपर भी वही होता है। हम लोग भी सोचते अगर ये मैं कर भी लेता हूँ, इसमें जाता हूँ, तो उसमें क्या लाभ है, क्या लाभ नहीं है, यही सोच करके हम लोग जो एक्चुअल धर्म के रास्ते हैं उसमें चल नहीं पाते हम लोग भी। तो इसके लिए ही जो अर्जुन थे वो उस टाइम में इतना मोहित हो चुके थे कि वो युद्ध करना नहीं चाह रहे थे सबके ऊपर। फिर वो 36 नंबर श्लोक में बोलते हैं कि, फिर बोलते हैं कि इस तरह का मेरा जो प्रिय जन है, मेरा परिवार के जन है, इन लोगों को हत्या करके मुझे महापाप ही मिलने वाला है। तो इससे अच्छा है कि मैं इन लोगों को हत्या नहीं करके मैं कोई वन पथ का निर्णय लेता हूँ। मैं ये युद्ध करना नहीं चाह रहा था। यही वो बोल करके फिर 36 नंबर श्लोक को वहीं पर समाप्त करते हैं। हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्ण। थैंक यू प्रियंका माता जी, आपने बहुत सुंदर रूप में वर्ष वर्ष को कवर किया और उसके बाद अपना पॉइंट्स को कहा। ये बहुत अच्छी तरीका है प्रेजेंटेशन में। आपने पहले पूरा कन्वे किया, पूरा ऑल वर्सेस को कवर करके फिर अपने पॉइंट्स को रखा है सामने, और विशेष करके अपने 3 पॉइंट को सामने रखा है। इस प्रकार अर्जुन कंफ्यूज थे, अपना ड्यूटी करना जरूरी है या फिर अपना जो अटैचमेंट्स है और अपना मोह है जिससे वो बंधित है उसको एड्रेस करना जरूरी है। ये ये जनरल सिर्फ अर्जुन का नहीं है, ये सबके साथ इस प्रकार की परिस्थिति आते हैं जिसमें लोग संभाल नहीं पाते हैं कि मेरे को धर्म करूं या फिर अपने मोह को संभालूं. How to balance between the material attachment and spiritual constitutional duty. तो ये पॉइंट आपने बहुत. सेकेंड पॉइंट जो आपने यहाँ पे व्यक्त किया है, यहाँ जिस प्रकार अर्जुन ने इतना कैपेबल होने के बावजूद भी उन्होंने अपने परिस्थिति के मोह में पड़ने के बाद स्टार्टेड फाइंडिंग डिफिकल्टी इन कंक्लूडिंग अबाउट एनी पर्टिकुलर एक्टिविटी. क्या करना है क्या नहीं करना है उसमें वो डिफरेंशिएट नहीं कर पा रहे थे. और साथ साथ वो ऐसा परिस्थिति में आ गया कि वो जो उनकी फ्रेंड कृष्ण को ही डाउट करने लगते हैं, अपने जो प्रिय भगवान को ही डाउट करने लगते हैं. और यहाँ पे विशेष करके कंक्लूसिव पॉइंट आपने जो कहा, जो अर्जुन विशेष करके लगता है कि मैं एक पाप कर रहा हूँ और किसके साथ संभोग कर सकता हूँ. मैं खुद की परिवार को मार के मैं पूरा राज्य को हासिल करने के बाद किसके साथ मैं संभोग कर सकता हूँ. इस प्रकार अपने एक सोच को सामने रखा है. ये जो सोच है भौतिक दुनिया में सबके साथ होते हैं. तो थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर योर वंडरफुल कंट्रीब्यूशन. हरे कृष्ण.
क्षमा करना अगर मुझसे कुछ गलती हुआ हो तो.
नहीं
हरे
नहीं,
कृष्ण.
बहुत अच्छा
पहली
बताया.
बार थोड़ा एक्सप्लेन करी थी तो इसीलिए नर्वस थी.
यस यस, आपने पढ़ाई किया हुआ है सर. अच्छा है ना.
हाँ
ये 6-7 वर्ष परपट भी पढ़ा आपने.
हाँ तो भी.
हाँ परपट पढ़ा ना, इसलिए बहुत अच्छा है. एक्चुअली इस तरह का जब प्रेजेंटेशन होंगे ना, लोग सही ढंग से पढ़ते, नहीं तो जनरली नहीं पढ़ते. वो डायरेक्टली प्रोग्राम में आके बैठ जाते. ओके थैंक यू.
हरे
तो
कृष्ण.
अभी मैं आई वुड लाइक टू. हरे कृष्ण, am I audible?
यस प्रभु यस.
क्लियर है ना. ठीक. So I would like to share and elaborate on certain aspects which Priyanka shared here. See, Bhagavad Gita was especially spoken by Krishna. Okay, Bhagavad Gita is spoken by Krishna, and it is exclusively spoken for each one of us. But Krishna used Arjuna as an instrument in order to accomplish this task of speaking Bhagavad Gita to all of us. So this is the very first understanding we should all have. When Krishna wants to fight, just like a king, sometimes he wants to have a mockery fight, a mock fight. So what he will do, he will appoint his own men, his own army people to stand on opposite upon as an opponent, and he will have a good fight with them. So similarly, Krishna has chosen his own pure devotees, intimate devotees. Arjuna is very intimate to Krishna. Out of all the 5 Pandavas, like last time we discussed about this person, among all the 5 Pandavas, Arjuna is very, very dear to Krishna, and he followed every instruction which Krishna gave. Such Arjuna is right now in confusion on the battlefield. When climax came, in the entire Mahabharata, if you see, the Kurukshetra war is the climax. Till the climax, Arjuna followed every word of Krishna. But on the battlefield, when he was about to initiate the war, he got into perplexity. He went into confusion. And he started speaking very materially motivated, Arjuna. And the reason for this is Krishna's sweet will. Sometimes Krishna, what he does, he keeps his own pure devotees in some confusion. And that confusion is not out of Mahamaya. Krishna has two types of energies. We have to understand. Krishna has Mahamaya and Krishna has Yogamaya. Mahamaya is represented in the form of Durga. And the Durga, what he does, see, Durga creates a Durga. Durga means a fort. In this material world, she creates a fort in which all of us living entities, conditioned living entities, the Nitya Baddha devotee, Nitya Baddha living entities, they are conditioned in a particular situation by the three modes of nature. And we get confused because of our own desire to be separate from Krishna and desire to enjoy independent of Krishna. We are separated from Krishna, and second thing is want to be independently enjoy without Krishna. Just like a boy or a girl, a small boy or a girl, doesn't want the help of the parents, want to be free from the support and care of parents and want to live a free life. That type of children are called as anatha. Anatha means they are not ready to take the help of the existing parents who are ready to support and care. And this is what Shastra says. And Sanata means one who is ready to take and be dependent on the Lord. Arjuna is a Sanata. And he getting in confusion is only to teach all of us a lesson. To teach through Arjuna, Bhagavad Gita, Krishna has kept Arjuna in confusion. And the way Arjuna expresses his confusion is very much instructive. You can learn many lessons from it. So today we'll start with that. Today and the coming next Friday session, we will discuss how Arjuna's material attachment or material way of thinking or material consciousness, as discouraged him to be part of Krishna's plan, discouraged him to act on the dharma plane. Certainly, the reasons which Arjuna is giving is on dharma only, but you have to understand which dharma to prioritize. According to Bhishma Dev, on the Kurukshetra war field, he spoke many dharmas to Yudhishthir Maharaj. Rajya dharma, Pitra dharma, the dharma which duties you have to do for your parental relationship. Stri dharma, Pati dharma, and Shishya dharma. Like that, many dharmas he has elaborated to Yudhishthir Maharaj. But when you are in confusion, which duty to prioritize, you can come out of that confusion and take a right step only when you have a right guidance. If you don't have right guidance in life, naturally we see that we take decisions based on our own experiences. We experience something and based on that we go ahead. Even having Krishna with him, Arjuna did the same mistake of deciding on his own self. He has Krishna, whom he can consult. He has Supreme God, Personality of God, Krishna directly with him. He would have consulted, but he did not consult in the beginning. In the entire first chapter, he speaks the reasons why he cannot fight on this war. See, on the Kurukshetra war, it does not came like that. Many plans have been done. Many plans in which Krishna also was involved to stop the Kurukshetra war. But ultimately, because of disagreement on the opposite side of Kaurava's side, the Kurukshetra war is going to happen now. And now Krishna also ordained that Pandavas should stand on the Dharma side and fight for this cause. And Arjuna was given a very important role to play. All this was well discussed and well thought, taken decision. You understand? The well discussed and well thought, taken decision. Kurukshetra war. And now on the battlefield, Arjuna is now telling that, no, I don't want to fight. He started thinking from material perspective, material consciousness. And what is his consciousness? What was the thought which he is thinking, uh, which is not recommended to have during that type of situation? We are going to discuss on this today. Before that, I would like to share from the last session what we discussed, how the Pandavas had the maximum chances for victory on the Kurukshetra warfield. You're able to see the screen here. So these are the 9 signs, chances which are predicted in the Kurukshetra warfield from Bhagavad Gita verses, which say that Pandavas are going to win the. एक prediction होता है ना, जो भी match हो रहा है, the war. There is a prediction, okay, who will win? So these are the 9 things which are explained. Krishna's personal presence. Krishna is standing on the Pandava's side. Krishna's Narayana Sena. Krishna has his own Sena in Dwaraka. That Sena, Narayana Sena, is considered is an unconquerable army, a team. And he gave that Narayana Sena to Duryodhana, to Kaurava's side. But still, Bhagavad Gita says, even though Krishna's energy in the form of Narayana Sena is on the Kaurava's side, the victory is going to happen on that side where Krishna is personally present. The presence of Krishna, he is not an ordinary personality. He is Bhagavan, he is Madhava. Presence itself is the greatest fortune. And that is the first sign of victory. And the second kind of victory is that he is the husband of goddess of fortune, Lakshmi. He is Lakshmi Pati. So fortune, the most fortunate people are devotees because they have the husband of fortune, goddess of fortune. They have Lakshmi Pati with them. Sometimes the devotees may not have Lakshmi with them because they don't take to adharma side enough. Because devotees generally follow in their duties or in their families or in their career a life based on dharma principles. Naturally, the possession of wealth may not be much. Because in Kali Yuga, in modern age, in order to gain a lot of wealth, people generally take to breaking the regulative principles, whether it is intoxication, illicit sex, or meat eating or gambling. But devotees don't take to those things. And because of which, naturally, their possession of wealth or these things won't be less. But they have Lakshmi Pati with them. They have the goddess of fortune, Madhava. Radha Madhav is personally there in their hearts. And whenever the devotees chant and sing the glories of Radha Madhav, they're actually are associating with the husband of goddess of fortune. So this is the second sign of victory, which is explained here. Here the Krishna is not alone. Krishna is the husband of goddess of fortune. And the third plus point for the Pandavas is the war field. That war field, that Kurukshetra war, is a Dharma Kshetra. The place where earlier lot of pious and spiritual activities have been performed. And that's how that place has become very spiritually vibrant and where dharma has been established. Therefore, there is a lot of chances that Pandavas are going to win the battle. And the fourth, see, these signs of victory are very much important in the beginning of Kurukshetra war. You have to see the situation around. How many things are in favor of you? Accordingly, you make strategy. You cannot just go with blind mind and senses. You have to see what is in favor of you, what is not in favor of you. Accordingly, you make a strategy. And the fourth one they have is Hanuman. Bajrangi Bali Hanuman is personally present on the chariot of Arjuna. ready to be a support of Arjuna in attaining the Dharma, just as Hanuman personally did on the during the war of Lord Ram with Ravan. And the fifth one is the symbol of Vishnu's, like Shankar, conch shells, which were blown by the Pandavas. So these symbols have signify auspiciousness. And the sixth sign of victory or plus point for Pandavas to win the battlefield is the conch shells which blown by the uh, Pandavas and Krishna. They are all a transcendental. On the contrary, the Kauravas, what they blown, the conch shells are not transcendental. They are mentioned to be normal. See, normal conch shell and transcendental conch shell. Just like if we use, so just like in, you happen to be uh, see a post box. The post box is like red color, a cylinder shaped box, which is kept outside the post office, and people post the letter. That is a spiritually authorized, or you can say it is government authorized post box. And if you keep a letter in that, it will surely go to that the bearer, where you are sending the letter, sending the mail. Similarly, these transcendental conscience are authorized or authorized by the touch of Lord and his pure devotees. Because of the touch, they have become transcendentally very powerful. Therefore, in our life, we should have certain objects in our life which are transcendentally, they have become transcendental by the touch of the Lord or pure devotees. Just like uh, the Diksha Mala, when a devotee gets initiated, he gets the Mala, chanting Mala, which was transcendentally, it become transcendental by the touch of the pure devotee. The Guru has chanted on that Mala. And like that, we should procure some transcendental things with us and keep with us, which are very, very helpful for attaining victory in our life. So it's a transcendental conscience which are touched by the pure devotees and blown by pure devotees. And Bhishma's conscience to pacify Duryodhana. When Duryodhana was telling all the reasons how his army is more powerful than the Pandavas, in order to just encourage Duryodhana, Bhishma blow his conch shell. And when he blew his conch shell, Acharyas explained that it meant two things. For Duryodhana, it meant that Bhishma is saying, I am there with you, don't worry. On other side, Pandavas, when they heard Bhishma blowing the conch shell, actually Bhishma is encouraging Pandavas, you win the glory because you are with Krishna. I am giving my full signal, like that. So Bhishma's conch shell to pacify Duryodhana is meant two ways. For Duryodhana, it meant differently, and for Pandavas, it meant differently. And Agnidev has given a chariot. That is another thing. In the Kandav Prastha, when Agnidev came to eat the forest, Arjuna helped him. And pleased with Arjuna's Kshatriya spirit, Agnidev has personally given a chariot to Arjuna so that he can use in the war. And this chariot, like fire, is very powerful. It blazes in all directions and is sure to burn the opponents by its blaze. And then the ninth sign of victory, which or plus point which Pandavas had, is that conscience when they blow the Pandavas and Krishna. That time the Kauravas said, Duryodhana and Dushasana, everyone, their hearts started trembling. in fear, in anxiety, in lack of hope of their success. So this way, the Pandavas had a very uh, amazing plus points in attaining the war. And now the problem is not from outside, problem is from within. So Krishna, in order to teach Bhagavad Gita to all of us, he has used Arjuna. And Arjuna started, expressing his discomfort in being actively participate in the plan of the Lord. Entire Kurukshetra war is happening as per the will of the Lord. So by aligning with the plan of the Lord is what is recommended in Dharma Shastras. Dharmam to Shakshat Bhagavat Pranita. The Dharma, the principles are directly ordained by Krishna himself. So when Krishna is saying, oh Arjuna, fight on the battlefield, that is the highest principle which Arjuna is supposed to follow. But unfortunately, Arjuna got into some material affection and attachment. And these attachments has gradually discouraged him not to be part of the plan of Lord. In our life also, we go through such situation. Let's see Arjuna's situation, and then accordingly we will discuss in relation to the two aspects. Hare Krishna. Yeah, you're able to see here? Hare Krishna. So, Pandavas and Kauravas, their principles are quite different. The Pandavas principles is based on some dharmic principles. How can I kill my friends and family members? That's what Arjuna immediately thought. Right? Even though Kauravas are on opposite side, they are our own family members. How can I kill them? And without them, how can I enjoy? Okay, even if I kill them, I attain the kingdom. With whom we will enjoy? I should have my relatives to enjoy. Generally, in the material world, we have relatives so that we can show our enjoyment level. We are enjoying like this or like that. If they are not there, whom I will show? That is the second thing. And by killing like this for own sense gratification, Arjuna felt, we will incur sin. Sin will overcome us. I will get a lot of sin over it. Paap lag jayega. And then he felt by killing so many men, lot of family traditions will be finished. So in this way, he got into confusion and finally he said that, should I fight this Dharma Yuddha or not? It is appearing like Dharma Yuddha externally, but my understanding says this is only will create adharma. That's what Arjuna felt. You see, Arjuna started feeling like that. This will become an adharma. We are intended to do dharma establishment, but ultimately after the war, it will become adharma. On the other side, if you see, the Duryodhana's thing is that once I finish this Pandavas, I can enjoy ruling the whole world on an unrivaled. He is thinking of a penny enjoyment. But Pandavas are thinking from principle perspective. It's very crucial to see things in right perspective. And for seeing things in right perspective, principles has to be stressed. Whether you want to stress on a principle based on dharma or you want to focus on facilities based on penny, like penny wise. No? Don't be penny wise, pound foolish. No? People there. By penny wise, you become pound foolish. That's what Duryodhana's mindset. Arjuna's was not like that. We'll see how Arjuna gives these 5 reasons. Arjuna gives these 5 reasons. From verse 28 to 30, he gives the reason of compassion. Compassion means he feels love for the Duryodhana and Kauravas. And especially he felt compassion for Drona and Bhishma. They are like fatherly figures. They are gurus. How can I kill them? And then from 31 to 35 verses, he gives the reason that enjoyment. Oh Krishna, even if I fight and win the war field, win on the war field, and win the entire kingdom, with whom I will enjoy? Basically, is thinking of from perspective of enjoyment. अरे मैं मान लीजिए मैं राज्य पाना चाहता हूँ, राज्य पाने के बाद कोई तो होना चाहिए ना साथ एंजॉय करने के लिए, अकेला क्या करूँ बैठ के. So that is what he gives the reason of friends. With whom will I enjoy? Better not fight. And even if I fight and kill, lot of sinful active reactions I have to occur. So this is the third reason he gives, 36 to 38. The two verses, the three verses. And then next 5 verses he speaks. And in the next 5 verses he speaks about how there will be destruction of the family tradition. So many men will be killed, and women will become widows, and so many robbers, and they will come and attack, exploit the women, and Varna Shankara will increase, like that he gives it. And ultimately in the second chapter, Arjuna comes to a conclusion that he cannot fight. He cannot fight. And he comes to conclusion, no, I cannot able to decide anything on this aspect. So let's see in detail about all these things. So verse number 27, I think we need to discuss. We'll read that verse. Hare Krishna. So somebody would like to repeat this verse after me? And we'll go.
Yes, Prabhu.
Oh, Kamaraj. Tan samikshasya kaunteya
Tan samikshasya kaunteya
Bhavan bandhu navasthitan
sarvan bandhu navastithan
Praya paraya vishtu
kripaya paraya vishtho
Shidan idam abravit.
vishidan idam abravit.
Yeah, please read the translation.
When the son of Kunti, Arjuna, saw all these different grades of friends and relatives, he became overwhelmed with compassion and spoke thus.
So here Kaunteya, the word Kaunteya you see here, Kaunteya. Kaunteya means the Kunti Putra, the son of Kunti. Basically, here Sanjaya is speaking this particular verse where he says that, as soon as Krishna brought the chariot in between the two armies, he saw Drona, Bhishma, and everyone. And that time, the Kaunti Putra, Kaunteya, he got confused. And especially the word Kaunteya is used in relation to Arjuna's duties as a Kshatriya. Kunti Putra means he is having a role as a Kshatriya. He is from a Kshatriya family. As a Kshatriya son, his duty is to establish the Dharma. His duty is to fight. But now the Kunti Putra Kaunteya, Arjuna, is confused whether to do his duty or not. And what is the reason for his confusion? Kripaya, paraya vishto. And his kripa is para, very transcendental, is very upper level of para, kripa. See, people sometimes are compassionate out of attachment, just like we see in the case of Duryo, our Dhritarashtra, he was blindly attached to his children, to his sons. And in that he did a lot of blunders. But here, this attachment of Arjuna at a bodily level or a compassion is not so degraded. It is little upper, out of compassion, because being a devotee. Because he's a devotee, he has a quality of compassion. But problem with this compassion is this compassion is coming as a blockage for doing his dharma. So that's why he's confused. Because of compassion, he's confused. Like we see in the Bhagavatam comes Bharat Maharaj, Jada Bharat. Jada Bharat showed compassion for a baby deer. But that time it is justified. But as some years gone, when the baby deer became a normal deer, he should have left that baby deer, the deer to go and be part of the other deers. But he did not do that. His compassion overtook his dharma as a duty to perform bhakti. He compromised his bhakti in order to show his compassion. So that's what is happening with Arjuna here. We'll see here in the coming verses is explained further. Yeah. So Arjuna wanted to see the armies. So what happened is, as soon as he saw the armies, now Sainya Niriksha, what he was doing, that he became Arjuna Vishada Yoga. We saw in that verse, Vishin, as soon as compassion rose in his heart, he started feeling morose. And why is feeling morose? The morose, the further reasons are explained in the next verse. So we will read the next verse. Arjuna's reactions of limbs quivering, mouth drying up, and after seeing his relatives. So once उन्होंने जब अपने युद्ध में अपने खुद की परिवार को लोग को देखने के बाद स्वाभाविक होने के वजह, भक्त होने के वजह स्वाभाविक वो क्या हुआ है, दया आ गया. परंतु ये दया क्या हुआ है, अपने धर्म है कृष्ण को धर्म युद्ध में भाग लेने का, उससे ज्यादा हो गया ये कृपा, ये दया. और इसके वजह से वो थोड़ा निष्प्रह हो गया. He started feeling vishada, vishin. He started feeling morose. And how his moroseness is manifested is explained in the verse number 28. So somebody would like to read this verse? Akash Prabhu. Okay. Hare Krishna. Akash.
Hare Krishna, we're done. Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji.
Arjuna Vacha.
Arjuna Vacha.
Istvemam Swajanam Krishna.
Drishtavemam Svajanam Krishna.
Yotsam Samupastitam.
Yutsam Samupasthitam.
Sidanti Mama Gatrani.
Siddhanti Mam Gatrani.
Mukam Cha Parishushati.
Mukham Cha Parisusasyati.
Dristveham Swajanam Krishna. So Krishna is addressing Krishna, is telling Dristveham, I am seeing my own family members. See, till now they are opposite. Okay. Till now they want to be family members, but they were not ready. Kauravas were not ready to be a part of family. Dhritarashtra always had Mamaka, Pandava, that type of consciousness. And now, but Arjuna, see, he is not, okay, being compassionate is okay, but you cannot be cowherd. You cannot be covered. He started feeling Swajanam. This is the first problem with Arjuna. The problem with Arjuna, those who are standing up on opposite side, is, they don't want to be your family members. Rather, they have come with only one intention of killing you. And not only killing you, to break the dharma only completely. And them you're considering Swajana. Drishtvemam, here is the material attachment. See, when you're attached, you're obsessed of certain material things, your mind is become gone, mind goes away. You cannot take a decision. You get into so much anxiety, tension about those things. And the problem with this is your attachment. You are so obsessed with this material thing that you cannot keep your head or ears open for a mature decision to take. You don't want to hear any good advice also. You become very close because of attachment. And he says Swajanam, but their youthsam samupastita. And they have come to give up their lives, give up their wealth for me, give up their lives for being a part of this fight. When you say youthsam samupastita, they are come to fight with you. How can you say Swajanam? And this what, because of this strong attachment, he is not able to see them as an opponents. See, and one time Prabhupada says, this is a very Vaishnava quality of Arjuna, that being a devotee, all the good qualities manifest. And other place is condemning, Srila Prabhupada condemns that Arjuna can't be covered like this. So we have to understand the principles in their own perspective. But what Arjuna should do? Actually, each one of us, we take decision as per our own choice. We take decision as per our own choice. But we have to understand the consciousness with which we are taking our decision. If our consciousness is based on a material level, naturally the decision will only create further havoc. And that's what happened with Arjuna. He is right now thinking that I will not fight because of the Swajana. He started feeling the Kauravas to be his own men. That is the wrong concept which he is having here. Swajana. And he continues this in further verses. This is out of material compassion. Compassion for both parties he has. Just often and pure devotee. Prabhupada mentions this. Being a pure devotee, has compassion for his own Pandava army also and for Duryodhana's army also. And this quality is manifested because being a devotee. Therefore, he said that now all good qualities manifest in the heart of a person who is devoted to Krishna. But if one is not devoted to Krishna, he will not be able to have any good qualities. You can see very clearly, you can experience in life, those people who are not devotees of Krishna, they may appear very cultured, very educated, very skillful. But on the basic ground, their good qualities are not manifested because of lack of devotion to Krishna. On the other hand, Arjuna is having this good quality. Prabhupada is highlighting. But what happens with Arjuna is that his compassion has taken over the dharma. Understanding? The compassion has taken over the dharma. That is the biggest problem which is facing. And this is basically because of his material attachment. So Arjuna's body trembling here, all these further things manifest on his body, his indecision. So who would like to read after Akash Prabhu? Amit Prabhu, Amit K. You're there? Please recite this verse. Haribol? Amit Prabhu? Hare Krishna. Okay. Not Amritendra Prabhu. Haribol? Atul Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yeah. This is one point to that. How is compassion taken over the dharma and how these things are manifested in his body? He is unable to fight for the right cause, for the ultimate cause that is manifested here. Okay. Vepatuscha sharire mein.
Vepastusta sharir mein.
Vepatuscha sharire mein.
Vepastusta sharire mein.
Roma harshascha jayate.
रोमहर्षश्च जायते
गाण्डीवं श्रमस्सते अस्तात्
गाण्डीवं स्रवसते हस्तात्
त्वक्चैवा परिधायते.
त्वच्चैव परिध्यायते.
So Arjuna, symptoms. The bodily symptoms can manifest due to either great spiritual ecstasy or great material conditions. Fear of material fear. See, sometimes the body manifestation, what is body is trembling. That's what he says. Vepastasya sharire me. My sharira, the body is getting trembling. Roma harshasya jayate. All my body hair is standing on end. And he says, Gandivam Shamastate Astar. Arjuna is known for his Gandiva dhari. He holds his Gandiva, then the victory is there. But the same Gandiva is not able to hold. He's shaking. He started shaking in fear. Tak chaiva paridhayate. So these are the symptoms which is skin. His skin started burning. So these symptoms appear either when you're in great spiritual ecstasy or in great fear. In Arjuna case, what is happening is Arjuna is because of great fear. And great fear is because of material condition. See, when you're materially very possessed enough, you're very attached to certain things now. The immediate emotion which comes in the back of your mind is fear. Fear and anxiety. They take over a person, an individual. Because the spiritual ecstasy doesn't create any fear. Because you're in full shelter of Krishna, you experience a lot of emotions. But on the other hand, the material emotions, material attachment only creates fear and anxiety. Because the time will take away everyone. He is fearing the loss of his own relatives. And because of this fear, he started trembling. His skin started burning. His bodily hair stood on end. All these symptoms are getting manifested. And Arjuna's further symptoms get manifested. We see those aspects here. The only causes of misfortune in the further 30 verse 31. Okay? Yeah. Who will read Atul Prabhu Chitra? Hare Krishna, Chitra.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah. You please repeat after me. Okay? Nacha shaknomi havastatum
न च शक्नोमि व्यस्थातुं
brahmativa cha me manaha
ब्रह्मतीव च मे मनः
vittani cha pashyami
निमित्तानि च पश्यामि
viparitani keshava.
विपरीतानि केशव.
Very important two aspects here you see. Nacha shaknomi avastatum. I am not able to stand in this war field. Actually, he is supposed to lead. Arjuna is supposed to lead, but he is not able to stand only. How will he lead the party ahead? Brahmati vachame manaha. My mind is bewildered. My mind is moving. Brahma. Brahma means is whirling around. Chakkar aa rahe hain humko. Are Arjuna. Arjuna's when he Gandiva, when he vibrates the string on the Gandiva, people get chakkar. And now the same Arjuna is getting chakkar. He's not able to stand. He's supposed to lead. He's unable to stand. Nimittani cha pashyami viparitani shava. Here he said that pashyami means I am seeing. What is seeing? Viparitani. End results are very, very complicated. See, till now he's confused, he's fearful, his hands and trembling, but he started using his intelligence, his own materially affected intelligence, and he's concluding on results. And already there are signs of victory which show that Pandavas is going to get a great fortune, Dharma will be established, everything. But Arjuna is seeing a different result. What results he's seeing, that's what is explained in the next verse. So we see here, he sees only misfortune. What is that? Even if I win, You see, by Krishna's will, Arjuna's symptoms are manifested, where he's forgetting himself, and this forgetting his mind become very weak. So every one of us also go through such situation in our life. When the real interest, generally what happens, we are interested in himself and oneself, every living entity. Each one of us are interested because of material consciousness. We are interested in our own self, our own accomplishments, our own self-gratification. And because of the interest, what happens now, we generally suffer. Why we suffer? Because we think this should happen, but the time, place, circumstance, and they won't be like that. It won't be like that. So that is the reason we always find when we focus on our own sense gratification, we are interested in our own sense gratification, just like Arjuna is feeling about his own swajanam. He's thinking about his own self and all these aspects. What is happening with him is he's suffering. But the real interest of Jiva is Krishna himself. Swartha gatim hi Vishnu. Arjuna forgot it. The real interest he has is the interest to fulfill the desire of Krishna. But forgetting this, he is getting into a lot of excessive material attachment. And this excessive material attachment is leading him to suffer. That's what we see. Arjuna thought even if he wins, how can he enjoy kingdom without relatives? Arjuna started feeling that. Okay. So the first reason, as I mentioned, the compassion, and this compassion is materially motivated, which is taking over dharma. And in this compassion, the second aspect which we see is swajanam. He started feeling the opponents like Kauravas who are not willing to stop the war, nor willing to give any part of kingdom. Their only desire is to kill the Pandavas. He started feeling them as to be his own kinsmen. In that, he started, because of that excessive material attachment, he started having confusions. He started fearing the death of his relatives. And he started using his intelligence. That's what happened. When he started getting confused, he started using his own material-minded intelligence, materially motivated intelligence. And with that intelligence, he concluded that I see only bad results. I don't see any good results. For example, like when he fights the Kurukshetra war, what will happen? He will become the Raja. Yudhishthira will become Raja. And Arjuna, what is seeing? Even though Yudhishthira will become the Raja, will attain the kingdom, our relatives are dead. Our relatives are dead. And with whom we will share that enjoyment? Always there will be guilt in the heart that I have killed my own kinsmen, my own family people for sake of getting this post and position. So how can I live? So he started seeing only bad results. He saw Viparita wrongly. And he explaining all those in the next further reasons. He explaining what all is. How can I enjoy kingdom without relatives? That is what his intelligence said. I'm not able to see any source of happiness without them. Better I remain not fighting. Then Krishna said, Ari, if you don't fight, they will come and attack you. They will take our kingdom. He said, no problem. I am not ready to fight. They may fight and they may kill us and take the possession. Let them enjoy. For my own enjoyment, I cannot kill others. So this is what materially motivated consciousness, which Arjuna was going through. He kept aside the dharma completely. Therefore, he says enjoyment. The next few reasons he gives is about enjoyment. Yeah. After Chitra,
Prabhuji, may I check?
who is Oppo 59 Pro? Who is there? Hare Krishna. or Rahul Pandey Prabhu. Are you there?
Yes, Prabhu. And
Please repeat after me this.
yes, Prabhu.
न च श्रेयो अनुपश्यामि
न च श्रेयो अनुपश्यामि
अत्वा स्वजनमाहवे
हत्वा स्वजन्माहवे
न काङ्क्षे विजयं कृष्ण
न काञ्चे विजयं कृष्ण
राज्यं सुखानि च.
न च राज्यं सुखानि च.
You see, all na is saying. I don't want this, I don't want this, I don't see anything. Na cha shreyo anupashyami. I'm not able to see any benefit. Even for the sake of argument, Krishna, if I consider the other party who is standing there are not my relatives. Okay. Even if I see they are not my relatives, for example, for discussion's sake, I see Kauravas are not my relatives. They're opposing. But by killing them, what benefit I'm going to get? Huh? I'm not going to get any benefit because by killing them, I'm going to incur only sin. So that's what he said. Nacha shreya anupash. But they are my relatives. It is not like Ram. Ram was not covered. Ram was very saintly. Arjuna is giving this reason. Actually, not easy giving directly. Acharya is explaining like that. Ram was very saintly, but he did not spare Ravan. But here in my case, these Kauravas are not like different people. Swajana, Atva Swajanam. By killing my own men, I don't see any benefit, even for me or for them. But actually, Ardha Shastras, many Shastras say that by dying on the war field, one goes to heaven. When on the Dharma Kshetra, on a Kurukshetra, anyone dies, na, whether it is Kaurava's side or Pandava's side, they will go to heaven. But Arjuna is countering this part. No. No. What? By sending them to heaven, will I enjoy here? I don't want this Rajya. Better let them only enjoy. Nacha Rajyam Sukanicha. I don't want the Rajya. And nor I want victory, Krishna. I'm not at all interested in this. So let us see this here. Arjuna cannot enjoy kingdom at the cost of killing relatives. So that is what his intelligence has concluded. His intelligence concluded that I cannot fight at the cost of killing. I cannot enjoy at the cost of killing my relatives. When a Kshatriya dies in a battlefield on Krishna's order, he'll go to heaven. Just like a renounced sannyasi, when he lives a life devoted to Krishna, after death he goes to spiritual world. Like that, a Kshatriya, when he dies in battlefield, he goes to heavenly planet. And Arjuna, as a Kshatriya, he forgot the moral codes. He forgot these two moral codes. Forgot it. What he basically meant, he did not forget, he compromised. He said, this doesn't make any sense to me in my relatives. He got attracted to body relationships, hoping to be happy. He wants to be happy within this material world. He doesn't want to go to heaven or spiritual world. Nor he wants to send his people to heaven or spiritual world. He wants to be with his family in this material world only. He wants to enjoy. Just like living entity. अरे यही दुनिया में रहो, आराम से रहो, प्रेम से रहो, धर्म का मत सोचो, बिंदास खाओ पियो, मजा करो, मौज करो. ऐसा जीवन जीना चाहते थे. Literally speaking, Arjuna as a Kshatriya forgot these moral codes and he want to remain in this material world with his Kauravas. And by killing those relatives, no happiness in life. So just like if आपको भूख नहीं है, खाने की इच्छा नहीं है, तो कुकिंग करने की इच्छा भी नहीं रहेगा. So same way Arjuna, he doesn't want victory. He doesn't want to gain kingdom. So he is not ready to fight. I hope you get it. He doesn't want to fight because there is no point in fighting. There's no point in gaining a kingdom at the cost of killing relatives. They'll go to heaven. I don't want to care for going to heaven or spiritual world. Doesn't make any sense. So Arjuna, he started, overpower. His compassion is overpowered. And now his enjoyment. He wants to enjoy in this material world only. That's what he is concluding. So actually, see, God is supreme person, and all souls are eternal. We all are in spiritual world. And Krishna is saying that this Kauravas are on Dharma side. You need to be instrument in getting them free from this adharma and send them back to a position where they can grow. But Arjuna doesn't want to do that. We see like that. So Arjuna not ready to fight even in exchange of 3 worlds. So Krishna is saying, Arey, you fight, you may not win. It may happen that Kauravas will win. At least you fight, endeavor na. At least एक तो endeavor try मारो, try मार के देखते हैं क्या होगा. नहीं, try मार के मैं हार गया. Krishna says, if you आप हार गया तो Arjuna, if you lose the battle, you will go to heavenly planets. And if you win, you will victory over all the 3. You will victory over the entire Bhuloka. He said, no, even if I get all the 3 worlds. What are the 3 worlds? Bhuloka, Overloka, and Swargaloka. Lower planetary systems, middle planetary system, upper planetary system. You will gain victory over it. He says, I don't want that also. That's what he says in this. Okay. We'll read this these 3 verses together. This is somebody who would like to read after this. Rajiv Pandey.
Hare Krishna.
Kimno Rajena Govindo.
Kimno Rajena Govinda.
Bhoga Jivite Va.
Kim Bhoger Jivitena va.
Yeshamarde Kamchitam No.
Yesham Arte Kanshitamano.
Rajyam Bhoga Sukanicha.
Rajyam Bhoga Sukhani cha.
The Imeva Sista Yuddhe.
Taime Vasishta Yuddhe.
Pranam Stvatva Dhananicha.
Pranams Taktva Dhanani cha.
Charya Pitara Putras.
Acharya Pitara Putras.
Aivacha Pitamaha.
Tathaiva cha Pitamaha.
Kimno Rajena Govinda. Here he words use Govinda. Why is using the word Govinda? He says, Krishna, you are Govinda. You are the master of the senses. So basically, he is arguing with Krishna. He says, Krishna, you are master of senses. You should know what my senses want. पर इतना तो आपको समझना चाहिए. मेरा इंद्रिय, अर्जुना से मेरा इंद्रिय ये चाहते हैं मैं दुनिया में रहूं, मेरा कौरवों के साथ अच्छा मौज करके रहूं. ये आप समझ नहीं पा रहे हैं गोविंद. That what is saying. Kim no rajena govindo kim bhogaya jivitena va. Yesham arde kangshitam no rajyam bhoga sukhani cha. Understand that I have no interest for rajya, nor I am interested in enjoyment. Sukhani cha, which comes after killing my relatives. What I will enjoy without them? Ta ime avastita yuddhe pranam tektva dhanani cha. Here you see Krishna, are you not seeing in front of me? All these people assembled who are ready to give up their life and dhana, wealth. They have come here giving up their life and wealth and standing here to fight. And who are they? Acharya, Dronacharya, Pitaraha, or Bhishma Pitamaha, Putra, like Lakshmana, the son of Duryodhana, Tataiva cha Pitamaha. These all people have assembled there. And not only there, please recite, Rajiv Prabhu. Matula Swashura Pautra.
Matula Swashura Potra.
Shala Sambandhinas Tatha.
Shala Shambandhinas Tatha.
Ketana Nami.
इतान्ना हन्तुमैच्छामि
Matopi Madhusudana
घ्नतोऽपि मधुसूदन
Matula. हाँ, Matula means mama, mama लोग. हाँ, अब शकुनी मामा है, शाल्य मामा है, उधर सब लोग. ससुरा, ससुरा में ससुर. हाँ, फादर इन लॉस. पौत्रा, हाँ, पौत्र means grandchildren. There are also grandchildren there. Shala, Sala, मतलब brother in laws. Sambandhinastadha. All these are there here. On both sides we have. Krishna, are you able to understand? Madhusudana, he says address Madhusudana here. Initially it is Govinda and here he says Madhusudana. When he says Govinda, he says, oh, you understand what my senses want. But actually, what our senses want is not important. What Krishna's senses want, that is what we should do. And by doing what Krishna's senses want, our senses will be happy. That is the real meaning of Govinda. Govinda doesn't mean that, my senses should be happy and Krishna should facilitate it. No. Govinda means we should facilitate Krishna's senses to be happy. And when Krishna's senses are happy, Rishikena Rishikesha Sevanam. And by rendering our senses in serving Krishna's senses, then our senses will become happy. But Arjuna took opposite here. See, that's why you see how his conscience is mentally motivated. And then he says, Madhusudana. He says, Are Krishna, you are husband of Madhusudana. You killed the Madhu Kaitava, the demons, and you created, you created fortune in the world. But how can you think that I will get fortune by killing my own people? Have you gone mad? Basically, Arjuna is asking Krishna like that. You are expected to create fortune in people, but you are sitting on my side on the Rath, and you are making my life ultimate misfortune by making me to kill all my relatives and family members. See, Arjuna started doubting Krishna. He is unable to take Krishna as his well-wisher. Please recite after me. Api Trailokya Rajasya. Haribol, Rajiv Prabhu.
Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Api Trailokya Rajasya.
अपि त्रैलोक्यराजयस्य
Kim no Mahikrite.
हितो किं नो महे कृते
Hatyad Dhartarashtrana.
निहत्याधार्तराष्ट्राणाम्
Apritisha Janardhana.
का प्रीतिशा जनार्दन.
He says another word, Janardhana. He says, Krishna, you are Janardhan. You are supposed to create shelter for all the Janas. But how can you give such a advice of killing Dhritarashtra, the sons of Dhritarashtra? They are also Jana. They are also Jana. They may not be your Swajana, but they are your Jana. And they need your shelter. And instead of giving shelter, you are telling me to kill them. I don't want to take that type of simple reaction on you. So basically, Arjuna is saying that, अरे पाप लेना है, मेरे को क्यों फंसा रहे हैं? यही बात कहना चाहते हैं. पाप आप लीजिए ना मारने का, आप ही खुद कर लीजिए, बिकॉज आपको तो पाप नहीं लगता है, मेरे को क्यों फंसा रहे इसमें? So in this way, Arjuna speaks his reasons of sense enjoyment and Arjuna's fear of sinful reactions. We'll read this 36 verse and then conclude today's session. Yeah. So we would like to read last one, Rajiv Pandey, Sauti Mata.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Papam evashrayed asman
Papam eva shayet asman
Atvaitanatayina
हत्वैतम् आततायिना
Tasmanara hantum
तस्मन्नरभयं हन्तुं
Dhatarashtran Sabandhavan
धार्तराष्ट्रान् सबान्धवम्
Swajanam hi katam hatva
स्वजनं हि कटं हत्वा
Vina Shyama Madhava.
सुखिना श्याम माधव.
Here he says Madhava. Oh, goddess of fortune, husband of goddess of fortune. But you wanted to create misfortune in my life by getting so many papa. Papam eva shreyadasman atvaitan atatayina. So according to, here it's mentioned, very important this point here. Please read this. Please see this. Agnido garadas chaiva shastra panir danapaha kshetra darapaharichi satyehi atatayinaha. According to Vasishta Smriti, there are 6 types of aggressors, atatayi. Who are there? The arsonist. The arsonist, Agnido, matlab one who sets a house on a fire. Anyone who sets house on a fire is a atatayi, arsonist. One who poisons, one who gives poison, and one who attacks with weapons. One who comes and kills with you some sword or something like that. Okay. The thief, the chore, the stealer of property, the stealer of property, and the stealer of one's wife. The thief, the stealer of property, आपका एक property एक कब्जा कर लिया कोई, is आतताई. And one who steals your own wife is all आतताई, aggressors. If you see in Arjuna's case, the 6 kinds of aggressors. In Pandava's case, all these 6 things happened. Is it not? Bhima was poisoned. Who poisoned Bhima? Shakuni and Duryodhan. Together they planned, and when Bhima was eating a cake, they poisoned the cake. One who sets fire to the house. You know, in the Varnavat, in that episode of Varnavat, the Dhritarashtra and the Kauravas plan to send the Pandavas and Kunti to a house of lac. And in that, they set that house into fire. But because of Vidura's help, they escaped. Pandavas escaped that. And the third, one who attacks with deadly weapons. In the case of Ashwadhama, in the case of Pradyumna, Abhimanyu, or in the case of when Pandavas were in exile, that time also they were attacked by Kauravas to different plans. They were attacked. And we see Ashwadhama coming and killing the sleeping sons of Draupadi. Akatai, aggressors. One who plunders riches. You know, when Pandavas were living in Indraprastha, from Hastinapur, the Kauravas came and did the gambling match. And in the gambling match, what Shakunu did? He plundered all the riches of Pandavas. One who occupies another's land. And they started, they occupied that land. Actually, after Pandu, the kingdom supposed to be inherited to Pandavas. But Dhritarashtra did not give that. He made the Pandavas and Kunti to run around without any piece of land as their property. And one who kidnaps another's wife. You know, in the exile, Jayadratha comes and kidnaps Draupadi and takes her. So in this way, such things happened with Pandavas, Akatai. But what Arjuna is saying, according to Vasishta Smriti, these Akatai should be punished, should be killed. And by killing them, one doesn't get any reaction. But what Arjuna is saying, no. The Dharma Shastras Arjuna is giving the reason of Dharma Shastra. Dharma Shastra says, your own family members you should not kill. You should not create unnecessary harm to other living entities. So Arjuna says, what to speak of own family members? How can I kill my own family members? Even though they may be Akatai, they're ordinary Akatai. And by killing them, what I'm doing, I am not following Dharma Shastra, I am following Artha Shastra. So Kaurava did all this kind of preparation of Pandava, hence killing them would not give any simple reaction. But what Arjuna is thinking, this is Artha Shastra. But the Dharma Shastra say you should be forgiving them. If I don't follow the Shastra, I will get Papa. That what Arjuna did. These I will not discuss these aspects. Okay. And next we'll on this particular verses we'll discuss separately. So we see how here in this aspect how Arjuna, out of material compassion, he started doubting Krishna only. And he started doubting Krishna using his material motivated intelligence. And in this he concludes something which even Shastra doesn't speak. So therefore it is very necessary when you are bewildered because of material attachment, you need the right guidance. And right guidance necessitates that you be in right association. Arjuna was in right association with Krishna. Therefore, patiently Krishna is hearing all these things. Because he knew after some time, after exhausting his intelligence, Arjuna will become silent. He will throw his Gandiva bow down and he will tell Krishna, I'm not able to decide anything. Please tell me what I'm supposed to do. Because Arjuna remained in a right association now, even though he had not till now got a right guidance, because he doesn't want to take guidance. He's using his materially motivated intelligence. And he started making out from the scriptures accordingly. In our case, we don't know those other Shastras also. We may conclude as per our own material speculations. But remain in right association and keep your ears open. Because there will be some good advisors which you may not be keeping your ear open to hear. Very crucial. Sometimes we go in such a way that sometimes we generally don't want to keep your ears open for good advice. When the good advice comes, it is not that you have to follow it immediately. You can ponder about it and you can discuss with those whom you want to take guidance. So right guidance you get only when you're eager to take it. But before taking right guidance, be in right association so that you get in the association of devotees that opportunity to hear good advisors. So Arjuna is having that fortune of having Krishna in front, and Krishna is going to speak Bhagavad Gita entirely for guiding Arjuna in a right perspective, especially when he's confused about duty or affection. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I'll stop recording here.